Rome, an eternal city, where monumental feats of architecture and unmatched grandeur were born. But how did this ancient empire achieve such timeless wonders? The Colosseum, a legendary arena where warriors fought to the death, or the enduring Roman roads, still traversed today. These masterpieces stand as testaments to Roman innovation and power. Have you ever wondered about the secrets behind these monumental structures? The Romans' groundbreaking use of arches, massive stone columns, and engineering marvels propelled them from a small city-state to rulers of the Mediterranean. These creations weren't merely symbols of military might. They were expressions of a culture and vision that transcended time itself. Rome also pioneered the concept of the forum, bustling marketplaces that laid the groundwork for modern shopping centers. Each stone, each arch, tells a story of ambition, art, and an empire that refused to fade. So what made Rome immortal? Its indomitable spirit, or the mysterious, enduring power of its wonders? Which Roman wonder do you find most fascinating? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the empire's legendary history. Circus Maximus, Italia. The Circus Maximus was originally built in the 6th century BC and later rebuilt by Emperor Trajan in the early 2nd century AD. It was the largest arena in ancient Rome, capable of holding 350,000 spectators who gathered to witness thrilling spectacles like wild beast hunts, gladiator fights, and, most famously, chariot racing. Constructed with concrete, marble, and stone, it replaced earlier wooden versions prone to fire, becoming a lasting monument to Trajan's power and popularity. The arena's grand design featured tiered seating, a central spina adorned with an obelisk, and safety measures like deep ditches and revolving ivory barriers to protect the audience. Chariot racing, the most dangerous and beloved event, claimed dozens of lives each year, yet victorious charioteers, like the famed Scorpus, became legendary figures with wealth and fame. Though only its faint foundations remain today, The Circus Maximus once stood as the heart of Roman entertainment, cementing Trajan's legacy in history. Trajan Forum and Trajan Market, Italia. The Forum and markets of Trajan were an architectural marvel constructed under Emperor Trajan in the early 2nd century AD. The Trajan Forum, inaugurated in 112 AD, was the largest and final of Rome's imperial fora. Spanning approximately 280 by 190 meters, its marble-paved expanse was surrounded by majestic structures that symbolized Rome's power and prestige. A triumphal arch once marked the entrance, commemorating Trajan's victories, particularly his conquest of Dacia, though only fragments of it remain today. At the heart of the complex stood the Basilica Ulpia, a vast public hall used for legal and civic affairs, while nearby, the towering Trajan's column depicted his military campaigns in intricate detail. Adjacent to the Forum, the markets of Trajan formed a multi-tiered commercial hub, often regarded as the world's first shopping mall. Its innovative design maximized space efficiency and facilitated the movement of people and goods. Serving as both an economic and social center, the markets played a crucial role in daily Roman life. Today, the ruins of this remarkable complex stand as enduring symbols of Rome's architectural ingenuity and imperial grandeur. The Colosseum, Italia. The construction of the Colosseum began in 72 AD under Emperor Vespasian as a gift to the Roman people and a symbol of his triumph. It was built over Nero's Domus Aurea, reclaiming the land Nero had taken for his private palace. The project was funded by the spoils of the Great Jewish Revolt, and some theories suggest that Jewish captives were sold as slaves to finance it. Originally named the Flavian Amphitheater, it was completed in 80 AD by Vespasian's son, Emperor Titus. The Colosseum featured 80 arches on its lower levels, allowing 80,000 spectators to move in and out efficiently. Made of travertine stone and Roman concrete, it was held together by iron clamps without mortar. A hippodrome, a complex underground network, allowed for seamless movement of gladiators, animals, and stage sets. During its grand inauguration, Titus hosted 100 days of brutal spectacles, including gladiatorial combats and public executions. To shield spectators from the scorching sun, massive awnings were drawn by 1,000 sailors, providing shade over the arena. Over the centuries, despite damage from earthquakes and stone looting, the Colosseum remains one of the most iconic symbols of ancient Rome. Pantheon, Italia. The Pantheon is one of the greatest architectural masterpieces of the Roman Empire, built around 126 AD during the reign of Emperor Hadrian. Originally, it was constructed as a temple dedicated to all Roman gods, but it was later converted into a Christian church. The structure is famous for its massive dome, which has a diameter of 43.3 meters, making it the largest unsupported dome in the world for over 1,300 years. The oculus, an 8.2-meter-wide circular opening at the top, allows natural light to enter while also reducing the dome's weight. The architects use concrete with lighter materials at higher levels to minimize structural stress. The facade features 16 massive granite columns, each 12 meters tall, transported all the way from Egypt, adding to its grandeur. The interior is decorated with precious marble, which remains well preserved despite the passage of time. Thanks to its solid construction and advanced engineering, the Pantheon has withstood numerous earthquakes and wars. Today, it serves as a major tourist attraction and the final resting place of notable figures, including the famous painter Raphael. This masterpiece is not only an architectural wonder, but also a symbol of the greatness of ancient Rome. Baths of Caracalla, Italia. The Baths of Caracalla stand as one of the most impressive architectural feats of ancient Rome. Construction began in 206 AD under Emperor Septimius Severus and was completed by his son, Emperor Caracalla, in 216 AD. Spanning 33 acres, they accommodated up to 1,600 bathers at a time. Beyond bathing, visitors enjoyed libraries, gardens, and gymnasiums, making it a true cultural and social hub. The bath complex featured an advanced heating system with underground furnaces and terracotta pipes. Thousands of workers constructed it in record time, using massive amounts of materials. Caracalla built these baths to showcase his power, but he was assassinated shortly after their completion. The baths remained in use for 300 years, until the Ostrogoths destroyed their water supply. Via Appia, ancient Appian Way, Italia. The Romans not only achieved remarkable architectural feats, but also excelled in road construction, giving rise to the famous saying, "All roads lead to Rome." The first major Roman road, Via Appia, was built in 312 BC under the direction of Appius Claudius Caecus to connect Rome with southern Italy. Initially a military road, it later became a crucial trade route, contributing to Rome's expansion. Within 200 years, Rome developed an extensive network of over 200,000 miles of roads, allowing for efficient movement of armies, goods, and information. Roman engineers employed advanced surveying techniques using rods and a groma to ensure straight roads. Their durable construction method involved layering sand, gravel, mortar, and interlocking pavement stones. Cylindrical mile markers were placed along roads to indicate distances and acknowledge the ruling emperor. The Via Appia, known as the Queen of the Long Roads, remains a testament to Roman engineering, with sections still in use after more than 2,300 years. The Mausoleum of Hadrian, Castel San Angelo, Italia. Originally conceived as a grand mausoleum for Emperor Hadrian, Castel San Angelo stands as one of Rome's most fascinating historical landmarks. Built between 134 and 139 AD as Emperor Hadrian's Grand Mausoleum, it later became the resting place for several Roman emperors. By the 5th century, it was repurposed into a military fortress, integrated into Rome's defensive Aurelian walls. In the 14th century, it gained further importance when the popes began using it as a refuge during periods of unrest. A hidden passageway, Passetto di Borgo, was even built to connect it directly to the Vatican Palace, allowing popes a discreet escape route if necessary. Over time, modifications were made to enhance its defenses, making it one of the most secure locations in the city. By 1901, the structure had lost its military function and was officially decommissioned. Today, it operates as the Museo Nazionale di Castel San Angelo, offering visitors a glimpse into its layered history, from its imperial origins to its role as a papal fortress. Inside, we can find an extensive collection of paintings, sculptures, and military artifacts, including well-preserved frescoes in Sala Paolina. The original prison cells and papal apartments remain intact, providing an eerie yet captivating insight into its past. With its layered history and commanding presence, Castel San Angelo is a must-visit for those seeking to uncover Rome's imperial and papal legacy. Palatine Hill, Italia. After exploring the grandeur of the Colosseum, visitors can continue their journey to Palatine Hill, just 500 meters away. As one of Rome's legendary 7 hills, it is considered the birthplace of the city and was once home to the opulent palaces of Roman emperors. According to myth, Romulus founded the city here in 753 BC after being raised by a she-wolf alongside his twin, Remus. Archaeological evidence shows the hill was inhabited as early as the 10th century BC, making it one of Rome's oldest settlements. By the 1st century BC, it became the most prestigious residential area, home to emperors and aristocrats. Today, visitors can explore the ruins of grand imperial palaces, including the House of Augustus and the Domus Augustana. One of its mysteries is the Hippodrome of Domitian, possibly a racetrack or an elaborate garden. Standing atop Palatine Hill, you can enjoy breathtaking views of the Roman Forum, the Colosseum, and the modern city of Rome. Easily accessible from the Colosseo or Circo Massimo metro stations, Palatine Hill is a must-visit for anyone fascinated by ancient history. Roman Forum, Italia. The Roman Forum, surrounded by ruins of temples and basilicas. The Roman Forum, once the very heart of the Roman Empire, was a thriving center of public life for centuries. This dynamic space bore witness to pivotal events that shaped history, serving as a hub of politics, commerce, and social activity. Dating back to the 8th century BC, the Forum originally functioned as a marketplace. Over time, it evolved into the focal point of Roman society. During the Roman Republic, 509 BC, 27 BC, it became the venue for political gatherings, public speeches, and even gladiatorial contests. Grand temples dedicated to deities such as Jupiter, Saturn, and Vesta stood along its perimeter, highlighting the deep connection between Roman religion and daily life. As the Roman Empire expanded, so did the Forum's splendor. Emperors like Julius Caesar and Augustus embarked on ambitious construction projects, transforming it into a grand architectural showcase. Beyond its political significance, the Forum bustled with trade and business. The imposing basilica, vast rectangular halls, housed legal proceedings and commercial transactions, while market stalls and shops lined the streets, catering to the city's ever-growing population. However, when the Forum's prominence began to wane as the Roman Empire declined, in the 4th century AD, once majestic structures fell into ruin, overtaken by time and nature. By the Middle Ages, the site was largely abandoned, its remnants buried beneath layers of earth. During the Renaissance, interest in antiquity sparked renewed exploration, leading to the rediscovery of the Forum's ruins. Pont du Gard, France. The Pont du Gard, built in the mid-1st century AD, is the most impressive part of a 50.02-kilometer-long Roman aqueduct that supplied water to the ancient city of Nîmes. This three-tiered bridge, rising nearly 49 meters high, was an architectural and engineering marvel of the Roman era. It was constructed using large stone blocks on the lower levels and smaller stones on the upper level, with the structure precisely assembled to ensure durability. Designed to withstand the sudden and powerful floods of the Garden River, it features specially built lips in front of its piers to resist high water pressure. Despite losing some of its stones in the Middle Ages, the bridge remains remarkably well preserved due to multiple restoration efforts since the 17th century. In 1746, a road bridge was added to its first level, carefully designed to blend with the ancient structure. Today, the Pont du Gard is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is protected by strict conservation laws. It stands as a testament to Roman engineering excellence and continues to be a major cultural and historical landmark. Arch of Constantine, Italia. The Arch of Constantine, standing between the Coliseum and the Roman Forum, is a triumphal monument celebrating Emperor Constantine's victory over Maxentius in 312 CE. This grand structure, reaching 20 meters in height, is adorned with 3 large archways framed by Corinthian columns and intricate relief sculptures. A unique feature of the arch is its use of spolia, sculptural elements taken from monuments of earlier emperors like Trajan, Hadrian, and Marcus Aurelius, reinforcing Constantine's legitimacy. The arch's Constantinian friezes, distinct in their blocky and abstract style, depict key moments from his reign, including the Battle of the Milvian Bridge. Beyond its artistic significance, the Arch of Constantine symbolizes a turning point in Roman history, reflecting the emperor's consolidation of power and his increasing association with Christianity. Parco degli Acquedotti, Italia. Parco degli Acquedotti, located in the southeast of Rome, is a hidden gem where ancient aqueducts rise majestically over green fields, far from the bustling tourist crowds. Spanning 240 hectares, the park preserves the remains of Rome's sophisticated water supply system, with structures like Aqua Claudia and Aqua Marcia standing as testaments to Roman engineering brilliance. Built over centuries, these aqueducts transported water from distant sources using gravity, with some extending for tens of kilometers with minimal elevation loss. Once neglected and partially occupied by informal settlements, the park was restored in the 1970s and later integrated into the larger Appia Antica Park. Today, Parco degli Acquedotti offers a peaceful retreat where visitors can admire its ancient ruins, jog along scenic trails, and experience a unique blend of history and nature. Pula Arena, Croatia. The Pula Arena, one of the best preserved Roman amphitheaters in the world, stands majestically in the coastal city of Pula, Croatia. Built in the 1st century under Emperor Vespasian, it once held up to 20,000 spectators who gathered to witness thrilling gladiatorial battles. Unlike many other Roman arenas, it has remarkably retained all 4 of its original corner towers and most of its outer walls. During the Middle Ages, it became a venue for nightly tournaments and fairs, preserving its cultural significance through centuries. Beneath the arena, underground chambers that once housed gladiators and wild animals now serve as an exhibition space, displaying artifacts from ancient Roman times. Since 1954, it has been the main venue for the Pula Film Festival, Croatia's most prestigious cinematic event. Over the years, world-renowned artists like Elton John, Andrea Bocelli, and Sting have performed here, blending history with modern artistic expression. More than just an ancient relic, the Pula Arena remains a symbol of resilience, where the past and present come together in a truly remarkable way. During the Middle Ages, local residents began removing stones from the Pula Arena to use for their homes, putting the structure at risk of destruction. Later, Venetian authorities planned to dismantle the entire amphitheater and transport its stones to Italy. However, the people of Pula strongly opposed this plan, leading to its cancellation. Thanks to their determination, the arena was saved and remains one of the few Roman amphitheaters in the world to survive nearly intact. Library of Celsus, Turkey. The Library of Celsus, one of the most magnificent Roman-era structures in Ephesus, Turkey, once housed over 12,000 scrolls and stood as a symbol of knowledge and learning. Built in the 2nd century CE to honor Tiberius Julius Celsus Ptolemaianus, a former governor of the city, it also served as his mausoleum, with his sarcophagus buried beneath the library. The grand two-story facade, adorned with Corinthian columns, ornate carvings, and statues representing wisdom, intelligence, knowledge, and virtue, remains one of the most striking ruins of the ancient city. Ingenious architectural techniques, such as a convex podium and recessed niches, created an illusion of greater size and depth. Though the interior was designed to protect delicate scrolls from humidity, a Gothic invasion in 262 CE led to a fire that destroyed much of the structure. Later restored in the 4th century, The library remained a cultural beacon before an earthquake in the 10th century caused its final collapse. Excavations in the early 20th century uncovered Celsus' sarcophagus, and the facade was carefully reconstructed, allowing visitors to admire its grandeur today. Legend has it that scholars and philosophers once gathered here, engaging in heated debates under its grand archways, making the library not just a repository of knowledge, but a vibrant center of intellectual discourse. Aphrodisias, Turkey. Aphrodisias, an ancient city in southwestern Turkey, flourished under the Roman Empire as a renowned center of art, culture, and religious devotion. Famous for its sanctuary of Aphrodite and exceptional marble sculptures, the city's prosperity was driven by its rich quarries, which supplied materials for grand temples, theaters, and civic structures. Its well-preserved ruins, including a vast stadium, an agora, and Roman baths, reflect the architectural brilliance of the era and the city's privileged status within the empire. Excavations have uncovered inscriptions and monuments that reveal deep cultural interactions between Roman and Greek traditions. According to legend, Aphrodisia's master sculptors, inspired by the goddess herself, believed their creations held a divine essence, securing the city's fame across the empire. Butrint, Albania. Butrint, an ancient city in southern Albania, stands as a testament to the shifting powers of the Mediterranean world, with strong Roman influences still visible today. Originally a Greek colony, it became a Roman city in the 1st century BCE, transforming into a prosperous settlement with an aqueduct, a bathhouse, and a grand amphitheater. The site later witnessed the rise of Byzantine and Ottoman influences, each leaving their mark on its layered history. Recognized as Albania's first UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1992, Butrint is now preserved within a vast national park that protects both its ruins and a diverse natural landscape. Excavations have revealed intricate mosaics and inscriptions that provide insight into Roman administration and daily life in the province. According to local legend, Butrint was founded by exiles from Troy, linking it to the epic myths that shaped Rome's own origins. Jerash, Jordan. Jerash is known for its extraordinary preservation of Roman architecture, including the majestic Hadrian's Arch and the striking oval plaza, which is surrounded by colonnades. The city's two massive theaters, which once held over 5,000 spectators, still host performances and events, echoing its vibrant cultural history. Additionally, the city's exceptional mosaic floors and elaborate temples, such as the Temple of Artemis, demonstrate the fusion of Roman, Greek, and local influences, making Jerash a truly unique archaeological site. Caesarea, Israel. Located between Haifa and Tel Aviv, Caesarea is a historic site that dates back to the 4th century BCE when the Phoenicians established a port there. King Herod the Martyr expanded the city in 22 BCE, building temples, a theater, and an amphitheater, naming it Caesarea in honor of Emperor Augustus. The city flourished from the 1st to 6th centuries CE as the capital of Roman Judea and later Syria Palestina, becoming an early center of Christianity. After the Arab conquest in 637 CE, it lost much of its significance but saw further development during the Crusades. Key attractions today include the Roman theater, Crusader-era ruins, and the ancient aqueduct, along with important archaeological finds like a 3rd century BCE statue of Artemis. Hadrian's Wall, England. Hadrian's Wall, stretching 73 miles across northern Britain, was built to protect the Roman Empire from barbarian invaders. Constructed under Emperor Hadrian's orders in 122 CE, it featured forts, towers, and mile fortlets with a stone wall in the east and a turf rampart in the west. The wall was manned by auxiliary troops and served to control movement along the frontier. Despite damage over the centuries, many sections, including the well-preserved Housesteads Fort, remain a major tourist attraction. Designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1987, Hadrian's Wall offers a glimpse into Roman Britain's military life and defensive strategies. Vindolanda, England. Timgad, a Roman Berber city founded around AD 100, lies on the northern slopes of the Ori Mountains, southeast of Batna. Often called the Pompeii of Africa, Timgad was once a military colony, and today visitors can still explore the remains of its 14 baths and the ruins of grand houses with intricate mosaic floors. However, according to advice from the UK and US foreign offices, tourists should exercise extra caution and consider additional security measures when traveling to Algeria. Turkey. Perj, an ancient city located near Antalya, is home to some of the finest examples of Greco-Roman architecture in Turkey. Notable for its rich history, it was once visited by figures such as Alexander the Great and the Apostle Paul. The site boasts a remarkably well-preserved theater, one of the best preserved Roman stadiums in the region, and an intricate system of Roman baths. Additionally, the towering Greek-style defense walls and grand colonnaded streets add to the city's grandeur. Perj was added to UNESCO's tentative list of World Heritage Sites in 2009, recognizing its exceptional archaeological value. It is also the starting point of the St. Paul Trail, a popular route for hikers exploring the ancient landscape. Olympos, Turkey. Olympos, a historic Lycian Roman city on Turkey's Mediterranean coast, lies near the modern village of the same name and the towering Tatala Mountain. The city was dedicated to Hephaestus, inspired by the eternal flames of the nearby Chimera in Shurula. Though it flourished under Roman rule in the 1st century AD, pirate raids in the 3rd century led to its decline, and it was eventually abandoned by the 15th century. Nestled in a dense forest, the ruins feature temples, tombs, a theater, and a church, with small streams flowing through the site. Located near Olympos Beach, this atmospheric archaeological site offers both history and natural beauty. Tipaza, Algeria. Tipaza, located on Algeria's Mediterranean coast, was a Phoenician trading post before becoming a key Roman military and commercial hub. Under Roman rule, the city flourished with fortified walls, public buildings, and a strategic harbor, later becoming an important center of early Christianity. Despite resisting attacks, Tipaza fell to the Vandals in 429, leading to its decline, though some restorations were made during the Byzantine era. Today, visitors can explore its well-preserved ruins, including Roman baths, a theater, Christian basilicas, and Phoenician necropolises. Recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1982, Tipaza remains a fascinating blend of ancient civilizations and coastal beauty. Hierapolis, Turkey. Hierapolis, an ancient Greco-Roman spa town in southwestern Turkey, is renowned for its proximity to the striking white travertine terraces of Pamukkale. Founded by the Attalid kings of Pergamum in the 2nd century BC and later annexed by Rome in 133 BC, the city thrived as a center of healing, with thermal waters used for both therapeutic and industrial purposes. Hierapolis flourished in the 2nd and 3rd centuries AD, featuring grand structures such as baths, temples, a necropolis, and a well-preserved theater. The city became an important Christian site after Emperor Constantine's conversion, with the martyrium of St. Philip commemorating the saint's martyrdom. Today, the ruins of Hierapolis, set against the surreal landscape of Pamukkale, form a UNESCO World Heritage Site that continues to captivate visitors with its blend of history and natural beauty. Baalbek, Lebanon. Baalbek, located in modern-day Lebanon, was a major religious center of the Roman Empire, known as Heliopolis during Roman rule. The site features some of the largest and most impressive Roman temple ruins, including the Temple of Jupiter, which once housed the biggest columns of any Roman temple. The Temple of Bacchus, remarkably well-preserved, showcases intricate carvings and grand architectural design, reflecting the artistic excellence of Roman engineering. Originally a Phoenician site, Baalbek was transformed under Roman rule into a monumental complex dedicated to their gods. The ruins of Baalbek stand as a remarkable testament to Rome's architectural legacy and its influence in the eastern provinces. Ostia Antica, Italy. Once a bustling Roman harbor city, Ostia Antica served as the principal port of ancient Rome, facilitating trade across the Mediterranean. According to legend, Ancus Marcius, the king of Rome, founded Ostia in 620 BC as an important site for harvesting salt from the Tiber River mouth. However, the oldest archaeological remains date much later, to the second half of the 4th century BC, and belong to a military camp, Latin castrum, built with tufa blocks. In the 4th century BC as a military outpost, it later flourished into a commercial hub, supporting a population of approximately 60,000. It was established by Roman settlers to protect the river mouth and the Lazio coastline. Amphitheater of El Jem, Tunisia. The Coliseum of El Jem, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is the second largest of its kind in the Roman world, measuring 149 meters long and 124 meters wide. Built in the 3rd century, it could accommodate up to 35,000 spectators, making it larger than the town itself. The amphitheater, constructed entirely from stone blocks, features 3 levels of arcades and has mostly retained its supporting infrastructure. It also served as a defense stronghold during the 7th century when it was besieged by Arab forces. Diocletian's Palace, Split, Croatia. Diocletian's Palace in Split, Croatia, was built for Emperor Diocletian at the turn of the 4th century AD and remains one of the most impressive Roman monuments today. The palace, covering nearly half of modern-day Split, combines villa and castrum architecture and was designed as both a luxurious residence and military stronghold. It features impressive structures like the emperor's apartments, the octagonal mausoleum, later transformed into a Christian church, and 3 temples, along with 4 monumental gates. Over time, the sea receded, and a vibrant city grew around the palace, incorporating ancient structures into its modern life. Today, the palace is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a key attraction with its well-preserved columns and ruins providing insight into the grandeur of the Roman Empire. Roman Temple of Évora, Portugal. The Temple of Diana in Évora, built in the 1st century AD in honor of Emperor Augustus, stands as a remarkable example of Roman architecture. Located in Largo Conde de Villaflor Square, the temple was later surrounded by a medieval castle. After the castle was dismantled, the impressive ruins of the temple were revealed, showcasing the grandeur of its original structure. Today, yes, it remains one of the most well-preserved Roman monuments in Portugal. Ganya Fortress, Georgia. Ganya Fortress, known as Apsaros in ancient times, was a significant Roman stronghold on the eastern Black Sea coast, believed to have been built in the 1st century AD. The fortress features impressive masonry, a large defensive wall, and 22 towers, reflecting its military importance in Roman times. Later, it became part of the Kingdom of Georgia and was also occupied by the Ottomans, who made several modifications to the structure. Odeon of Herodes Atticus, Athens, Greece. The Odeon of Herodes Atticus, built between 160 to 174 AD by the wealthy Athenian Herodes Atticus, in memory of his wife Regilla, stands as a remarkable testament to Roman architecture in Athens. Distinct from the nearby Theater of Dionysos, it features Roman arches, a 3-story stage building, and a marble-paved orchestra. Destroyed during the invasion of the Araloi in 268 AD and left in ruins for centuries, it was partially restored in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Following further restoration in the 1950s, it became the primary venue for the Athens and Epidaurus Festival, where performances still take place today. Nums Arena, France. The Arène de Nîmes, built in the late 1st or early 2nd century AD, is one of the best preserved Roman amphitheaters in the world. This grand structure, 133 meters long and 101 meters wide, once hosted gladiatorial combats and could seat up to 24,000 spectators. During the Middle Ages, it was transformed into a fortified village with houses, churches, and even a castle within its walls. Restored in the 19th century, it became a venue for bullfighting, with the first Spanish-style corrida held in 1863. Today, it remains a cultural hub, hosting concerts, festivals, and the annual Grand Jeu Romain, bringing ancient history back to life.